Hello and welcome to DC30, the Mythic Odysseys of Theros, D&D with an ancient Greek twist. I am your Dungeon Master, Romeo, and I am joined by, Violet, Virla, and, Rebecca tonight, as, Morse has a bit of, COVID vaccine symptoms, and, our other players are still, taking a break just for a small time, here we are. Welcome, welcome. When we last left off, you guys had ventured further into the Kobold Caverns. You had a nasty, nasty run-in with, these helmed horrors, these, constructs of floating armor. Oh, babe, do you have your Amalia background? Can't hear you.
Can't do it, not on my laptop.
Okay, fair enough. No worries. Yeah, you guys had a nasty run-in with these animated armor constructs that were, commanding kobolds. Some violent explosions later, you guys, then ran into, what seemed to be the nest of these kobolds and had another battle there. You were quite worse for wear after all was said and done, so you ultimately decided to, bunker down in the little kobold tavern that is within these cavernous complexes and try to take a long rest, and that's basically where we came to. Remind me again, who was taking first watch?
Scott was.
Okay, so I will roll a perception check for Scott. Alright, not too bad. So, comes to the end of, his, watch, and who is he waking up?
I can go.
Okay, he wakes you up, Bithynia, and he says, I, heard some rummaging and banging and clanging and what sounded like hammering outside.
Well, let me at it, I guess. I'm awake now.
Perhaps it's best to make them make the first move. Those are tiny holes, and those are tiny doorways, and we can deal with them more effectively one by one, and it was about an hour ago that I heard this. I waited for a follow-up, and nothing happened.
Well, I'll get at him if I need to, but you can go to bed now. Sleep well, friend.
He falls asleep. Alright, Bithynia, make a perception check for me.
Perception! Perception. Not something that I have, I got 20 total.
20 total, very nice. About partway through your, watch, so you guys have barricaded the doorways into this, tavern as best as you can, so, you feel pretty secure. About a third of the way through your watch, you hear a dull metallic click coming from somewhere outside. It's just a single click, and nothing else.
As I look one way, Couplet looks the other way. Like, what was that? A click? Yeah. And it was outside. And how much longer until the next person?
About, 55 minutes?
Oh, it just happened? I just got here. Okay, should I investigate? Can I? I'm interested.
You can if you like.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate. I'll go. I'll snoop around.
Which door are you traveling through?
Oh, I see them. I'll probably do the one that's on the right side of the map near Scott.
Okay, so pass through that way. That would be the door you came through. So.
So I'm a little more familiar with that area outside, so I feel a little more confident going that way.
Alright, you pass back into the room. You seems to be about as you left it. The kobold carcasses, actually. Now that I mention it, the eggs that were here and the kobold carcasses have been removed entirely.
Curious. So something was here, and I already know that there's traps. I don't need the cleric's help to know that. Is there any investigation or?
Yeah, you can make an investigation check in this room if you like.
Okay. Okay, because I'm interested. And with a total of 19, I'm going to remain interested.
Okay, so you see a few different footprints around. Most of them match the kobold tracks. These ones look a little fresher. You do see one set that doesn't match, though. Much larger and, feline in nature.
I look at Couplet and I'm like, yes! I'm excited. So... curious. I'm a little bit nervous to go out further. Can I send Couplet to investigate out there?
Yeah, you certainly can.
Okay. Do we have a token for Couplet?
We absolutely should, and you're welcome to, you're welcome to. In the interim, let's use, we'll just use this harpy.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Cool, so, do you remain in this room?
I'm going, because I'm going to send Couplet out. Couplet's tiny enough that Couplet can get there and back without, I think. Okay. Because I can see through Couplet, so.
Yeah.
I'm going to send Couplet out. Go, Couplet, please. Don't spook anybody.
Okay, so is Couplet flying or walking? Just out of curiosity.
Flying, please.
Okie dokie. I want you to go ahead and make a stealth check for Couplet for me.
Stealth check.
For a Tressum, that should amount to a +4.
Not bad. Couplet, please be good. And with this 13, that's not as good as it could be.
Okay, good to know. So you pass by that area in the corridor where you were before, where Amalia saw that kobold jump out and throw a smoke bomb. And then you can either travel back to where is basically just still ruined blast land, where all the barrels went off. Or you can travel down the little alcove where the kobold was, or you can travel further up that other tunnel area.
I think that I should go into I'll go into the room to the left, opposite of where the explosion was.
Okay. So, Couplet gently flies and perches down. As she peers over the side, she sees another boiler room. This one very similar to the last, with different kobolds running about doing things. Or they would be. In this case, they seem on guard and like just watching the entrance of this area where Couplet is peering out of. Okay.
I want Couplet to come. Oh, continue.
Standing atop of the how much does Couplet peer? Did you try to get Couplet get a good view, or?
Couplet's seen enough now. I'll have Couplet return to me because I know that they are near enough that there's more going on.
Me just check something as well. Yeah, with Couplet's stealth check, you hear a gruff, much like this is not a squeaky kobold voice. You hear a gruff, much larger voice say, Move it! And you've already moved Couplet back, but you do hear a couple rock slings just scatter, like, or just skip against the stone. Like, psh, psh.
Okay, yeah, definitely would like Couplet to come back and
Flies back to you.
yeah. Okie dokie, we're going back in. Because now we're what? Okay, yeah, we're going back in for sure.
Very well. You make your way back in and close. All right. If there's nothing else, you come to the end of your watch with no further events.
Right. Yes.
All right. Who are you waking?
I will. Because who had the first? Scotty had the first watch.
That is correct.
How about the cleric? If I'm new and they're new, we can be new together. And so go back into the room.
I wake up slightly and I'm like, I'm exhausted, and I go back to sleep because I have a level of exhaustion.
I'm like, rise and shine, baby. We've got some kobolds on the loose. Kobold Fight Club, 2 doors down. I don't know. Team Human over here. I too am exhausted, but you'll get some more sleep when it's all done, I think.
I don't know. If I take a watch, will my exhaustion go away? Because I have disadvantage on my ability checks.
So the long rest is factoring in people's watches. So people will need I believe, a collective. What was it? 6 hours. I'll double check that. Good point, actually.
Okay, thanks.
So it's 8 hours. So as long as over the course of 10 hours, everybody gets a long rest. Everybody gets 8 hours. Even with a break in the middle, you will get a long rest.
Okay, I'll give it a go, even though I have disadvantage. I'll go on watch.
Okay, no, so sorry, I misread that. So, as long as you don't aren't awake for more than 2 of those 8 hours, you'll get the benefits of the long rest.
So if I do 1 hour and 90,
if you do 2 hours and then do 2 more hours sleeping, you'll still get a long rest.
Okay, I'll do that.
The GM said you can. So I'm just gonna let you know right now, dear friend, dear newest member of the party, Hilaria.
Yeah.
Hi. There's some stuff going on over there. There's some footprints out there, so I don't know what they're doing. I think they've got everything, but there's more than kobolds out there. And they're to the left if you leave. I don't know if there's anything to the right, but I know they're to the left. And I don't know what they're doing. I didn't really want to know because I too am tired. But they have slingshots, and there is one that I believe speaks the same language as us because I understood what they had to say. However, I don't really particularly care to listen to him because he wasn't kind. And I'm going to bed. Have fun.
Okay, good night. I'll take my watch. And just for spice, I will use my cantrip light to light up the horn of my unicorn, just because I'm a little bit scared.
Aww.
So I will have a little night light.
I need fan art of this. Okay. Make a perception check, Hilira.
Okay. I rolled 2 14s, so that's a 19.
2 14s?
2 14s because I have disadvantage.
Oh, right. It's... Oh, the silence is almost deafening, save for the odd, like, droplet of water or vague rumble somewhere far above that, you know, is just the natural underground cave sounds. But about an hour in, and you sort of feel your eyes flutter for a second, a just sharp sound just cuts through everything. You hear a quite dulcet masculine voice just right next to you just say, Quite the pickle you've gotten yourself in, my dear. And you whip around and you see a athletic male whose brown hair is tied into a tight braid that goes down his back. A winged helm with a sort of bark shaped to it atop his head. Simple chiton that has leaves one shoulder bare, and a medallion that's holding the other one up with a winged sandal upon it. But even in the chiton simplicity, it is made of a resplendent, beautiful white silk that has got gold filigree all around it, and his own actual sandals of the most polished oaken leather, and a set of small wings at the end of them that seem to really flutter and be alive.
Oh, hi. How are you? Did you see what I've been doing? I've been working really hard.
Yes, you have seem to have sprung every trap you've come across. I'm thoroughly impressed at your durability.
Thanks. I didn't mean to. I now know what it feels like to
Oh,
be
don't
a bug
apologize.
that
I loved
gets
it.
squished. Okay, thanks.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. It simply wouldn't do to have you be squished.
No, that would be a bit sad. But how are you? How have you been? How are things?
Oh, you know, the usual. I'm absolutely fantastic, if I must say. Yes, I stopped to listen to a chorus of a satyr revelry chorus just about an hour ago. Absolutely the talk of the Scarlet Vale. I must visit there more often.
He's good, isn't he?
Oh, not your friend here. I was in the Scarlet Vale.
Oh.
But yes, you're certainly keeping some interesting company.
Yeah, I don't really know them yet, but they seem nice.
I've heard things from acquaintances about some of them, and had the privilege of bearing witness to some of their other deeds myself. They're about as misfit as you can get, and that's coming from me, but rest assured, when it comes down to it, you're in good hands.
Okay, so I shouldn't watch out for anybody, avoid anybody?
Not unless you plan to go drinking with them.
I don't really drink, but okay, thanks.
And that's less of a nefarious warning and more of a general disaster masters is the best way I could call them.
Yeah, you have those sometimes.
But I must say, this is also gloomy and doomy. I'm quite impressed at the pickle you've gotten yourself into.
I know, there are so many traps, and I keep trying to find them, and then I almost die, and that's kind of sad. But we have somebody that can help me all the time. They're kind of pissed about it most of the time, but it's like, it's fine. I get back up every time. But I kind of almost get the rogue Hidokia killed, which that I'm kind of feel guilty about that. I should apologize.
Yes, that is quite the situation, but now's your chance to set things right.
How?
Well, as you merry band progress further, you can make it up to her, keep her safe.
Yeah, that's true. I should keep close to her to protect her.
He sort of shuffles a little close to you and, like, taps your, he boops your nose. You've got a good heart, Hilira. You're going to be just fine.
I'll see you soon.
I'm always around. He thumbs his nose, and he just seems to blur out of existence, like a...
Oh, bye. Oh, that was nice, wasn't it, Rojo? I think we should probably try and go to bed now. I think it's getting at the end of my watch. And I'll shovel over to wake up Eudokia. Why not? I talked about it.
Cool. Alright, I suppose that's fair enough.
Yeah.
He rolls her shoulders and sets up a watch.
Eudokia, before you go to sleep,
Yes?
me and Bithynia heard some noises, so just keep aware of that. Would you want my unicorn? I can put a light on it so you can see things a little bit better.
I am quite adept at seeing in the dark, but I do appreciate your concern. But I shall be fine. It's probably better if we keep the lights to a minimum so we do not draw attention to ourselves.
Okay. Good luck. Bye.
Rest well. And she taps you. She pats you reassuringly on the shoulder, and she busies herself with rifling through some of the belongings of the kobolds and the dead kobold bodies that were in here. But other than that, assumes her watch. And I will roll a perception check for her. Very good. When she wakes you all up, she reports that the watch passed without event. She will also, Eudokia does approach you, Amalia. Amalia, whilst I was keeping watch, I had this thought. And she takes out two of the, I was only able to find these, unfortunately, but she takes out two of the Molotovs that the kobolds were carrying around. Already prepared with a rag. For emergency use only. And she hands them to you. You have the, probably the best throwing arm out of all of us.
I'm confused. What am I meant to do with these?
If things get really bad, throw them at the bad guys.
Okay. She takes them and puts them into like her little like belt thing where she keeps her axes.
Cool. Question. Do you have something to light? Do you have something to like light fires with as part of your kit?
I think so. Let me double check.
I will also double check with you. Inventory. You do have a tinderbox, so it is a bonus action to light the Molotov. So it's like a and then throw. If you are carrying something like a torch, however, I will say it's a free action. Just a.
Well, it does say I have a torch, but I don't know why.
You would have to keep it lit. So it's part of your sort of standard pack or standard kit. But you would have to have it lit and ready if you wanted to use it.
No, that's fine. I'll use the tinderbox for an action.
Very well. So you guys all come to. Go ahead and mark a long rest, everybody. Which I'll do for the others.
Does my exhaustion go away as well?
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Should do so automatically from taking the long rest. Right, says Skotinos. How should we go about this?
Is there only one way to exit the where we're sleeping?
There are three. There is one directly to the north, the one right above you. There is one directly to the east, which is the one that Bithynia knows will lead to the Cobalt Nest. And then there is one other one, sort of like a northwesterly direction, sort of like diagonally, with near where the bench of these tables is.
So when we woke up, did Bithynia tell us that there was a cobalt, like, on the other side?
I assume so.
Okay. Okay, well, the question is, do we want to fight now, or do we leave them be and then go find other people to fight? Just a thought. Scotty, vote.
Well, I'm fresh as a daisy, so I can fight if that's what you want.
Everybody else?
I'm fine with fighting. I'm just preparing some spells.
Scotty points to the Scotty points to the northmost door. We know where that leads, and we know the other one leads to the nest. He points to the last door. Wonder where that leads.
Okay, well, do you want to go down that one then? We can go down that one, I don't mind.
It's not burning with curiosity, it occurred to me.
Now I'm curious, for fuck's sake, Scotty. Okay,
Dude.
how about this? I'll go look and see what there is, and you guys stay here, and if I see anything, I'll give you a shout.
Calliope sort of like holds her hands up, ready to cast spells. I'm standing by. Alright, so Amalia, do you go investigate the final door?
Yep.
Okay. You go up to the door and it's locked.
Okay, if it's locked, can I not get Calliope to, like, unlock it for me?
You mean Eudokia?
Yeah, sorry.
Eudokia just walks up and says, "Oh, las Afnims look alike to you, huh?"
No, it's just normally Calliope's sort of an expert at these things.
Calliope looks at you. I don't think I picked a single lock.
You picked one once.
Did I?
Yeah.
The DM is not remembering that, but...
That was a
Cool, let me
chapter
just-
before my book started.
It was, like, way, way in the beginning.
Right. Cool. Eudokia is going to attempt a lock-picking check. Which is... Yeah, I'll roll sleight of hand for it, because it's the same score. Easy enough. This is a shitty latch, and it's from the side where you can actually see the mechanism. And with that check, I'll say as well that she realizes that there's a section that... there's this sort of big wheel mechanism, and she sort of grabs that and twists it clockwise first. And pushes the door out after having picked the lock. And she says, "It is fortunate we did it from this end, because if we had tried pulling from the other end without twisting that section first, it would have done something. I don't know what. Let's not find out."
Okay. So is the door open now?
The door is now open, yes. And as you peer open, you see a very narrow, winding tunnel that travels upwards.
Okay, I'm just gonna check what I can see, and then I'll get back to you guys. Tiptoes through that hole so I can see if I can see anything.
Cool. You do see wooden planks at regular intervals. However, this corridor is tight, only 3 feet high at its highest point. You will need to bend and crawl to make your way up the corridor.
Like a kitty cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you begin to crawl your way up this winding passageway, and you see wooden planks up ahead. So you move forward, and you reach up, and as you sort of grab up and push up onto the wooden plank, you feel one of the wooden planks depress slightly, and you hear a as gas is released, and this green vapor erupts out of the wooden planks and hits you in the face. I need you to please make me a Constitution saving throw. With disadvantage because you are crawling at this time. Because you caught it directly in the face, because you are crawling.
11?
Total?
Yeah.
So, as the poison hits you, it begins to sting. Like, really sting. Like, if you've ever accidentally, like, rubbed your eye whilst you'd been cutting chili kind of sting, but infinitely worse. And you feel it as it sort of goes through your veins, and you begin to feel foggy and woozy from the poison. You have the poison condition, and as you feel it take effect, your world goes black. You are blinded.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Stupid kitty. Okay, so you know how I've crawled, like, initially straight? Can I then crawl initially back straight?
Yeah, you can crawl backwards, feeling the edges of the cave easily enough.
Okay, when I get back to, like, where everyone else is, can I close the door and be like, I'm dying! I'm dying!
Amalia, what's wrong? Says Calliope.
I'm blind, I don't know where I am, and I'm scared.
How many fingers am I holding up? Says Scotty as he flips you the bird. But you don't know this.
I'm blind, you dummy! It means
Wow.
I can't see you.
Scotty turns to you, Bithynia, and says, I think she's telling the truth. She hasn't tried ripping my head off.
Scotty, can you test, like, what poison has got going on in me if I give you my blood? I think this is my paw. You can cut it.
I'll certainly do what I can. And he will do just a little bit of a pinprick with the dagger. And will cast a blood reading. And, yeah, so he will cast blood reading, first level, and will determine... So yeah, he pulls out 30 grams of... pulls out an ounce of blood and weaves it, and whoosh, the blood shimmers in his hand for a moment as his eyes glow red. And will... It's a refined version of a very specific kind of snake venom. Spitting viper, I believe. In its current form, it will wear off in about an hour, but until then, you'll feel feverish and poisoned. So you will be suffering the poison condition. And you'll still be blind for the next hour, unless we can somehow remove it. He turns to you, Hilira.
Can I do anything? Do you know what I can do? Can I heal you? Can I use a healing word or frick. Did I prepare for this? No, of course I didn't.
Do you have anything that can remove poison?
You can touch a creature that can end either one disease or one condition afflicted. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. I did prepare for this. Okay, I will use lesser restoration on a
Okay. Amalia, you feel Hilira's delicate hands reach out and take a hold of your face. Sort of, she just cups your cheeks. And
squishy.
You feel the warmth kind of pass from her hands into your face. And you swear through the blindness, you swear you hear for a second like a pitter-patter of running footsteps. Before your sight clears up and the world returns to light again.
And Helena is just really close in your face, like looking at you like, are you okay? Can you see? Are you okay? Are you still sick? Do you need anything? What do you need?
Oh. Your nose.
Okay.
I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
I guess curiosity nearly killed the kitty. You get it? Because curiosity killed the cat, and I'm a kitty.
At least it didn't kill you.
It nearly did.
Calliope uses minor illusion to produce a.
Hey, I made a joke. It was funny.
I liked it. I just didn't get it. But
See, I like her. She's nice to me.
how did that happen? What happened?
I don't know. I was crawling, and then the next thing I knew, a gas was in my face, and then I couldn't see anything, and then I panicked. We're not going through that door. We're going through the other door where I can fight.
Okay. Well, did you step in a trap?
I don't know. I was crawling.
Okay.
Maybe. I didn't think of that.
Okay. Well, I got 2, you got 1. We're almost even now.
Eudokia says, perhaps I can go ahead and check for traps this time?
That's a really good idea. We should do that all the time, wherever we go.
Unless, Amalia, you really want to fight in the direction we know there are villains.
I'm so confused. What are we doing?
We can either I can lead the way up the path you just taken, or we can take the other one where we know there are bad guys and we can try to kill them.
Oh, I don't mind. We can do whatever.
Hilera, do you have a preference?
time.
No, as long as we check for traps.
Eudokia,
Yes?
next time you speak to me, can you speak very slowly? It's kind of hard to understand your accent sometimes.
That is offensive.
I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to be honest.
Right, very well. See, the trouble is I can't exactly vote with, like, on behalf of the players, because then that kind of feels like the DM is influencing player decisions. So, I'll ask, which path do you guys want to take?
That way.
I'll follow.
have no idea what that means.
That means she wants to slashy slash.
Okay, so are we fighting?
One vote for fighting. Scotty?
Players who are not here will not be getting a vote. You guys have to decide that amongst yourselves.
Okay, well, I want to slashy slash. I don't know what everyone else wants to do.
I'll stay.
I don't know.
Back. Oh,
I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I want to blow it up.
Yeah, let's blow it up.
So you guys are deciding whether you want, which path you want to take. The one that had the trap Amalia just sprung, the one where you know there are bad guys, or the last one that goes back towards the tunnel, the boiler that's already exploded.
And I voted for slashy slashing bad people.
So we want to go further in. That's what I'm guessing. Because we had one room that we didn't check yet. Because we had the egg room, and then we had the other room that had a room above it, and we didn't check that one yet. Right?
There was another pathway in that seemed to go further inwards in the room that's exploded entirely. Then there's the room that you know there are bad guys in, and then there's Amalia caught a glimpse of another room up that tunnel she crawled up before she was done crawling up it.
I'm down for a good crawl. I don't know. We ought to check for traps.
Okay, so we could send Eudokia up that room to check for traps. And see if she gets into the room and sees what's in the room.
I can't do that.
Anybody else?
I'm good. I'm good to go. I don't know where we're going, but I'm good to go.
Very well. Eudokia is gonna stealth ahead. Roll the natural 20 for a total of 30.
Hey!
She is going to, quiet as a church mouse, creep up. She's going to make an investigation check where she sees the planks that you described, Amalia. And is able to spot the trap that you sprung, and is able to detect that it was one use only. She will continue to crawl upwards. That will take her, so she just pitter, patter, and she travels up into here. And then she'll... Sorry. I was just reading through and catching myself up. She's going to move back after a brief stint. Well, there are no more traps up the pathway, at least. It leads into another room. That room has tar all over the ceiling.
That's strange. That's suspicious.
From what I can tell, it's going to be... We would be able to move through that space, but there would be the risk of getting restrained by the tar at random times.
So no that way.
There's a
So
further...
we go the...
Agreed.
Very well.
Okay.
So you guys are traveling up this doorway that will be a certain fight.
Sure.
Just clarifying. All right. So one by one, you guys make your way out of the room. So you guys, just to put a clarification, you guys have been on all fours the entire time, pretty much inside this place. The ceilings of this hut top out at 5 feet, so it is not conducive to standing around. Yeah, pretty much.
Just crouching around.
Yeah, more or less. So you guys are out in the hallway, and as you step in there, you will be spotted, and you hear a loud, gruff voice. "They've moved! In position! Tear them apart!" As
This guy again.
So I would like you guys to roll for initiative.
Okay.
Please be good. Ooh.
I'm not really feeling this. I take back what I said.
Yeah, I'm regretting the choices we made.
Too late to
Okay.
regret it now.
With a 7, I'm just, I'm thinking that other way might have been nicer.
Yeah.
Okay, Skotinos' initiative will come to... So, Skotinos topped out at 4, which is not great with his natural 1.
Ooh.
Would Calliope
And I
get?
thought I had no initiative.
Calliope got a 15.
Oh, that's good. I had 11, by the way. I don't know if I said it, but...
Copy that. Update combatant. 15. Eudokia, what did Eudokia roll? 14. No, 21, sorry. $21. Amalia, what'd you get?
20.
Nice. Uh, 2 seconds. Ooh, very good. And I'll just roll for the kobolds. Pro tip for anyone using Foundry Virtual Tabletop, make sure the stat blocks of your lesser minions are already built in, because then you can just click, click, click to roll for their initiative. Alright, so let's get some battle music up in here. And I will go ahead and shift the camera to the battle layout. Cool. All right. Top of the initiative order. So I assume, sorry, can I get a, like, what position would you go? I assume Amalia's leading the front, sorry.
I'm probably in the back.
Cool. Eudokia would be about here, and... Cool, is everyone happy with this layout?
Yep. Put the tank in the front.
Okay. Cool, so top of the initiative order, you guys watch hopping off the large tank as he was standing on it. You do see... Oh, shoot, sorry, 1 second. Forgot to add, Amalia's camera, 1 second. This is... Sorry, so just take 2 seconds. Okay, so Amalia, you watch as a bulky, gruff, elder-looking Leonin with streaks of white through his braided beard, longerish teeth, definitely looks a slightly more senior, scarred, missing one eye, or it's in scarred face, and braided hair down the back. And he's dressed in sort of simple, battle robes, hops off, and he pulls out this exquisite-looking Scythian bow of black wood that is inlaid with silver, adoration, or sort of ornamentations on it. And as you peer closer, you see that the silver ornamentations have the shape of, a snarling winged feminine figure, 2 of them exactly, that form a guard with their legs, and their wings sort of splay on either side of the curvature of the bow. And he is going to... he draws 3 arrows in quick succession, and... he's gonna take 3 shots at you, Amalia. Now, he is going to... as he draws it, you see these little glints of red light as the eyes on the little silver, idols adorning his bow glow. And as the arrow releases, you hear a... there's just a shrill, a battle cry, a feminine battle cry, that seems to ring out as the bow fires. So he is going to make 3 attacks. Oh, 10?
Nope.
11?
Nope.
And 14.
Nope.
Okay, these screaming arrows, unfortunately, glance off your arm. One of them just shatters on impact against your chest, and the other 2 just go wide, and he... Move into position, maggots!
Oh,
Hold the line!
fun.
And, that's that. That's his turn. Next up, it is Eudokia's turn. Eudokia's like, ah, shit. Can't get a good vantage point from here. And she is going to... bonus action hide amongst these barrels. You guys are aware as well, you are surrounded by these barrels. Actually, Eudokia will look at the barrels and say, this is a kill box, we need to move in there. And she is going to dash forward to about there. And she's going to try and just take a straight shot at the Leonin. Actually, no, she's not. She is going to trace a glyph in the air, and she casts, as she casts, you see sort of green runes appear along her hands as she mutters an incantation, and a fog cloud appears and fills the entirety of the tunnel, creating a sort of smoke screen along the entirety of the tunnel. So, what's the radius on fog cloud? It is a 20-foot sphere, so... the entirety of this space is fog clouded. And she's going to use her bonus action to hide in the fog. Roll a stealth check for her. Oh, okay. Good to know. With advantage, actually, because she's obscured. Natural 20. Yep, you guys don't know where she went. Alright, and that will be the end of Eudokia's turn. Amalia's turn. So, you, Amalia, can't see anything anymore. You just see white
I don't
mist.
like that.
You will have to enter the room if you want to,
Okay, can I step forward twice, so 5, 10 here?
Yeah?
And then can I produce an Echo Knight here?
Yes, you can. So, about here, yeah?
Yeah. Question.
Yeah?
Can I see anything now, and can my Echo see anything?
Your Echo can't see anything, they're still technically in the mist, but you can move them a few feet forward.
Okay, can I move my Echo here?
Okay, yeah, so you step up and you emerge from the mist and you're standing with the, male older Leonin right in front of you and, the two kobolds right next to you as well.
Okay, I want to slash the lion.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
$18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
9.
Alright, you swing with the axe and whoosh, slash his unarmored chest. Roar! You impetuous brat!
Listen up, Grandpa. How about you shut up?
He grins. I'll show you what this grandpa can do.
Bring it, bitch.
Amalia, make a perception check.
Oh, for fuck's sake, am I gonna like this one? 14.
You recognize the make and color of his battle robes, or sort of his tunic, and the cloak that's draped over the side.
What clan is he from?
You grew up staring at those colors your whole life.
For fuck's sake.
He appears to be a belong or have belonged to the Dustcrawler Pride. Your pride.
Yeah, I know.
Anything else, Amalia? Yeah, so you made one attack. You get another attack. And action surge if you want, just putting that out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna make one more attack with the battle axe.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
13.
13 misses, unfortunately. This one he's ready for it, and he just sort of like does like a twirl motion with the bow and bats your blade aside. Alright, next up is one of the booze server kobolds, who can only see the echo, so he is going to run over here and try to stab the echo with a broken bottle. Natural 1. Unfortunately, he's like, ah, fuck you! And nothing happens. There's like a shimmer to the echo, so he stabs where he thinks part of the echo is, but he just passes through sort of ghostly smoke. That's weird! You're weird! Alright, that is his turn. It is this other boost server kobold's turn. He's nah, he's not from that angle. He's gonna try throw a bottle at Amalia. At Amalia's echo. He does get advantage because of pack tactics. 14. Yeah, so this unfortunately unlit bottle, he just throws it and it shatters, squirting liquid against the wall. Alright, next up is Calliope's turn. What's Calliope gonna do? Calliope's gonna roll her shoulders and say, hope this works, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so she's gonna put herself right in, and she can just about peer out through the fog. And she is going to cast Fairy Fire right in front of her. So, I need, Amalia, I need you to roll a, dexterity saving throw for the echo. It's use your stat block, but yeah, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. That just succeeds against Calliope's spell save DC. So 20-foot cube, 1 second. Oh, wrong thing. Oh no, not 20 by 21. Ah, damn it. Ah, didn't mean to do that. Ugh, I hate drawing these sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna make that all pinky, sparkly, glowy for Fairy Fire. Alright, and yeah, now we need dex saves for everybody else. So, Mr. Leonin rolled a total of 18, so he succeeds. Sorry, 19, so he succeeds. The kobolds, on the other hand, succeeds, fails, fails. So we have 2 successes and 1 failure. So this guy is verified, and so is this guy. Alright, that will... Oh, as in, as a bonus action, she will inspire... So, she'll inspire... Hilira. You hear a beautiful siren song escape her lips, and you feel bolstered by it. So, you can go ahead and add a d8 to a roll you have in the next 10 minutes. Cool, I believe, yeah, that's Calliope's turn, so that's the end of Fairy Fire. Alright, next up is this other booze server kobold, who is going to try and stab you, Amalia. 22? Amalia?
That hits.
Echo vanishes out of existence. You hear the Leonin. Sorcery. Hilira, it's your turn.
Okay. I would like to move like 2 in front of me and then 1 to the right. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, so
and
you can do
then-
this. You can move up 1 and then that only uses 2 squares of movement instead of 3
great.
and
I'd
gets
like
the same thing.
to do that. And then I'd like to cast Bless on Amalia, Eudokia, and Skotanos.
Okie dokie, so they all have a d4 bonus. Amalia, so whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you can roll an additional d4. Very well. Anything else?
No, that's all I can do now, I think.
Okie dokie, and it is this kobold's turn now. He is still fairy-fied. So you see him lit up in this sort of sparkly glow that frames his entire appearance. He is gonna rush in here. He will see Calliope, and he's gonna try and stab her. A 2 and a 4, so unfortunately he still can't see quite well in the fog, and it's a swing and a miss. Bithynia, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm so ready. Can I move first, please? Because I don't believe
Yes,
I
of
can
course.
see much.
You can't see anything at all, it is just
Yeah.
white fog. So yeah, you can, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25... 30 would be the edge of the movement, and you'd have to sort of press yourself up against the barrels.
I would like to stand to the right of Eudokia, please.
Yeah, very well. You can't see... you
Oh,
can see
the other
kobold
right.
in-
Or the left, I guess.
like
Down
down...
one?
Yeah, that's solid rock, you can't quite get in there. And there's also like barrels stacked up against that wall, so you can't really sort of get in that little alcove.
No, I'm talking right. One more to the other right.
You mean this way?
No.
So you can't move any further inwards. So like there.
No, I don't want to go inward. I want to go. Oh, no, the other side of that token. Yes. Keep going. Keep going.
There is no way to keep going.
Oh, that's rock.
Yeah, that's rock. So Eudokia is standing right next to a rocky wall.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna back up 1. Yeah. Yep, that'll be fine. I would like to... I'm gonna I'll start with Eldritch Blast.
So you can't really see any enemies. You'd be firing blind outwards.
What about the one that's in front of me is dead?
So he's more than 5 feet away from you, so you can't see him at all, unfortunately.
So I have to go forward then?
Either that or actually, okay. So you would normally have disadvantage, but because he's lit up with fairy fire, you have advantage. So you can see a sort of dull outline of the fairy fire glow, so you could shoot him if you like.
Okay.
Sorry, yes. So it'd be a straight roll, because the advantage of fairy fire cancels out the disadvantage. And you see a second. So yeah, I should clarify. The 2 kobolds that are fairy fired, you can see their sort of pink halos, their outlines, and so you could just about straight roll shoot them.
That's the one that's directly above Calliope, right?
Yeah. You could hit him and the one who's flanking Calliope, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 1d20.
Yeah. For the first Eldritch Blast, and then you can shoot the second one as well if you like.
And... okay. So I'm interested in doing it, however, with a roll of 9, I don't know.
9 total?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that misses, so you can't quite make things out through the fog, and poof, nothing happens.
Okay, well...
Oh wait, sorry, that's just a straight d20, no modifiers, it seems.
Oh.
So it'd be a 9 plus your spellcasting modifier, right?
Hit DC 8, and then... hold on. Hold on.
Sorry, what's the d10 for?
I misclicked.
Okay.
I was
So
just clicking on it.
Did you get 9 on the dice?
Yes. Yes, I did.
So that would be plus 8, your spellcasting ability modifier, which brings
So
it
17
to...
total.
That definitely hits.
Hmm.
And because you're plus 5 from Agonizing Blast by itself maxes out beyond the kobold's hit points, I'm not even going to have you roll damage. You just... and just turn the kobold into a smear on the ground. You can shoot the second one... Yeah, you can shoot the second one with your second Eldritch Blast if you like.
Just one Eldritch Blast finger gun. So I can... do you want me to roll or am I good?
Yeah, no, so with Eldritch Blast you get 2 separate shots with 1 casting of the spell at this level, and you get more later on. So you can try to hit the second kobold as well, because you can't see him through the fog, because he is fairy fired.
18.
18 definitely hits, and that one also. Oh wait, wrong one.
Pew 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 pew.
So he is blasted out of existence.
Kapuya. All right. I believe my work is done here. Yeah. All right. I'm good.
All
On
right.
to you, Scotty.
It is Scotty's turn. He is right at the back, so he's gonna try to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He can't quite see anything though. So what does he have? He's gonna hold a poison spray in case he sees anything. Okay, and that will end his turn. Top of the initiative order, the Leonin is going to take a step back. Actually, 2 steps back. And he is just going to fire blindly into the, 3 times into the, so once at Eudokia, once at Scotty, and once at, Calliope. So with disadvantage, misses, misses, and misses. Actually, wait, is he going to do that? Actually, no, he's not. So he traces a glyph in the... So he can't pierce the image. So you can't pierce the fog, but he traces a glyph in the air, and sort of his eyes glow blue, and he smiles. There you are, satyr. But that was his action, so he can't do anything else this turn. So he is just gonna take a couple steps back, and that's it. It is Eudokia's turn. She is going to move 2 steps forward and just... She's gonna fire out of, yeah, she's just gonna shoot out of the fog towards the one near Calliope, or closer to Calliope. So, she's hidden, so she has advantage, but she's can't see, so she has disadvantage, so it's just a straight roll. That hits, and an arrow pierces the kobold's throat, and he keels over dead. And that's her turn. Oh, she'll bonus action hide again, actually. She's gonna move over here, 5, 10, 15, and bonus action hide over here. Yeah, okay, good to know. Next up, it is Amalia's turn.
Okay, dokie. I'm gonna move 5 and 15.
10, 15?
Well, no, I moved 15, but... Okay.
No, that's only 10.
then
You were
I'm
here.
Yeah,
Right?
and I moved to the side. 5.
That's 5 feet, and then that's 10 feet, not 15 feet.
Okay.
You can move diagonally, and it only consumes 5 feet instead of 10 feet.
Oh, I see what you did there. Smart, smart, smart.
Okay.
Okay. Produce echo here.
You can't really see exactly where you'd be producing it, just FYI, so I would have to randomly roll for it, unless you want to actually step out.
Okay, I'll step out.
Okay, so that would be... Sorry, because you can't really climb onto those barrels unless you specifically tell me you're doing that. So it'd be a case of 5, 10, 15, 20 to step out of the fog.
That's
And you-
fine. And then can I produce the echo, like, opposite the cobalt and diagonal to the Leonin?
Yes you can. Just materializes into existence.
And then, okay, I don't know if I can do this, but can the echo hit the lion and can I hit the cobalt?
Yes, so... Question though, are you going to use Unleash Incarnation, or are you just going to divide your attacks? So you have 2 attacks inherently. You can either do 1 and 1, and then that doesn't cost anything, or you can spend 1 Unleash Incarnation, and then you can make 2 attacks against the kobold, or your Echo can make 2 attacks against him, and you can make 1 against... Basically, it gives you an extra attack from the Echo.
I'll do 2 attacks from the Echo and 1 for me against the Cobalt.
Okay, so go ahead and mark off on 1 use of your Unleash Incarnation.
Uh-huh.
So go ahead and make your 3 attacks. Let's start with the one with the Kobold.
$12.
12 just hits. Go ahead and roll... Actually, because it's got 6 health. So you just... splorch the Kobold. Now you can go ahead and make your 2 attacks from the Echo.
Okey dokey. $26.
So that's natural 18, I believe, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely hits. Roll your second attack.
$25.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage for both those attacks.
Okay, so the first damage is a 7,
Okay.
and the second one is an 11.
Very good. So you swash, slash, slash. You just open 2 massive gashes in his shoulder that begin to profusely bleed. And that's it from him.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Amalia? Oh wait, that's your action, your bonus action, and you have a little bit of movement left if you want.
No, that's fine. She's just gonna smile and be like, la 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 la.
Okay, it is Calliope's turn. Calliope is going to step out here. She can't. So she's gonna shimmy past you here. Yeah, I'll say she's kind of like right up against the barrel, and she's like, fuck. And she is going to. What's she gonna do? Just chill touch cantrip the Leonin. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll a d20 for that because it doesn't. Uh, 14 plus 8, definitely. Yeah, so that definitely hits. And he takes 7 points of necrotic damage. He's starting to look a little rough. Okay. And as a bonus action, she will also inspire you, Amalia. Ha 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 ha. You see, that's 2 uses of bardic inspiration. And yeah.
Is that a D8?
D8 that you can choose to use, yeah, at any point.
Okay.
That is Calliope's turn. It is Heliada's turn.
Could I, like, move towards Amalia?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Could I see the old lad?
Yes, so you can, so this would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get about here. You can just about see him peering over these barrels.
Okay, then I will cast Till the Dead, which is a wisdom saving throw of 16.
He rolled a natural 20.
Frick. Okay. That went down the drain.
It'll take more on that pathetic child.
Well, you're just mean. Oh no, I think that's all I can do. That was my plan, that's all I think.
Okay, Bithynia, it's your turn.
Can I see him?
You'd have to move a little bit more forward, like 5 feet forward. Yeah, so I'll say sort of inching through everybody like that, yeah, you can see, yeah, moving about there, yeah, you could get there.
And can I tell if he's wounded or anything? I haven't been really able to see much because I've been, like, so far back.
Amalia's laid into him pretty heavily. He looks cut up, but still in the fight, and...
Okay, well, I will try to, definitely hit him, maybe?
Okay, Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Cool, go ahead and make 2 attack rolls.
I got an 18 to start, and 15 on the second.
15 misses.
Put the 18. Okay, and then I can do my damage.
Yes.
1d10 plus 2.
Plus 5. Remember, the homebrew isn't fully accepted by D&D Beyond,
Gotcha.
So it's your intelligence modifier, not your charisma.
Okay, so I got you said plus what? 5?
Plus 5.
Okay, I got 11.
All right.
Or no,
Oh.
well, I can't math. It is 9.
Cool. Anything else?
I believe that I'm good. I'll enter.
Alright. Scotty is going to hop up here and then hop over Amalia to land here. And he is going to use Blood Clench or Hold Person. And yeah, so he's gonna force the guy to make a Constitution saving throw. And with an 18, he succeeds, so unfortunately, the spell does not go through. He's like, ah, damn it!
I look at him
All
like,
right.
you had one job.
Top of the initiative order. The Leonin who, yeah, he sort of looks around and he thinks for himself. He looks at you, Amalia, dead to rights, and says, I'll deal with you in my own time. And he traces a glyph in the air and snaps his fingers. Amalia, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
I'm not good with charisma. I'm a fighter. I'm not a charisma person.
You are blessed, though. You can add a D4. It's
You do have your inspiration as well, if you like. Remember that.
Oh yeah, I'm rolling my D8. That didn't help. 11.
Add your bless. Add your bless. A D4.
So roll
What's
another
the-
D4.
D4. $13.
13 just fails. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. You guys watch as Amalia vanishes.
Where'd I go?
Amalia, you seem to be standing, so you just see blackness all around you. Like, you look down and you can see, like, yourself, so you know you're not blind, but you seem to be standing in emptiness.
Question though, is it
Yeah?
me that's disappeared or the echo?
He cast it at you. Bear in mind, your echo is visibly distinct from you. It's not like a perfect illusion like Invoke Duplicity. It's like, it's phantasmal in nature. It is easy enough to discern that you're the real you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So, because you're, for all intents and purposes, no longer on the same plane of existence as everybody else, the echo vanished as well.
That's not good.
Yeah, he cast Banishment.
Oh, sorry. I can only see blackness around me and nothing else.
Yep.
Evil.
And so you can look around you, but you're kind of incapacitated. You're sort of just staring around, dumbstruck. Okay, it is... And he... Oh yeah, he's gonna just 5, 10, 15, 20... And just shout, reinforcements! So... These kobolds come into it now. You know what? I'm gonna say they move as a group, just to keep things moving frosty. So, it is a swarm of kobolds. But I will reroll their initiative. 15, okay. Oh, no, wrong one. Damn it. Okay. So, after his turn, it is Eudokia's turn. Eudokia is going to... What's she gonna do? She's gonna run, bonus action, try to hide amongst these barrels. 18, and she's going to shoot out at him. But he saw where she went, so she doesn't have sneak attack. And she rolled a natural 1, so unfortunately he just bats her, he just like catches the arrow and snaps it in midair. Pathetic children, all of you! Amalia, it's your turn. Fortunately there's nothing you can do, so your turn is skipped. Yeah, that's it. Next up, it is Calliope's turn. And she's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20. She heard him call for reinforcements. She sees the other kobolds. But she wants Amalia back, so she's gonna chill touch cantrip. And hit him. Misses, unfortunately. And this time he's ready for that as well. He just slams his hand into the spell and, like, destroys it midair with his powerful claw. The kobolds are gonna, all together, move in unison. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10. And they're just gonna fire just volleys. Yep. So they're gonna fire 4 shots. 2 at Calliope, 2 at Hilira. Damn it, lost that d20. So... Hilira, does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
The others all miss because they were super low, so you take... 6 points of bludgeon damage as a rock collides with your cheek and cuts it. Kobolds can't really force themselves into, like, good space, so it is your turn, Hilira.
I have a question for you as a DM.
Yep.
Because I've been looking this up. I don't know if this is meta, but I didn't know if it would work. What if I cast Dispel Magic? Because some people say it might work, some people say it doesn't. The player's handbook doesn't know. I've tried to look it up.
I'm gonna say it wouldn't work.
Okay.
Purely because you can't dispel the actual source of the spell, because it's somewhere else entirely.
Okay.
But you could break his concentration if you tried.
Yeah. Then I will move up to him. The oldie.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see if I can get into his range.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could get just about there.
Okay.
And you know, you have a background as a runner, so you're like, you just like hop between like your left, right, left, huh! Do a little tumble roll and you get into his range.
And I'll just take out my rapier and just slash him. I'm pissed.
Okie dokie, go ahead and make an attack roll.
I will do that. A dirty 20.
A dirty 20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 11 points of damage.
Okie dokie. So he now has to make. Let me just make a note of that. So he wasn't quite prepared for your dexterity. He goes for a big, wide, meaty swipe of his hand, and you just duck under it and whoosh, just drag your rapier across his kneecaps and just split both of them open at the same time. Concentration check. He rolled a natural 2.
Yes!
So, concentration is broken. Amalia, you reappear into existence.
You don't banish friends.
She is not my friend.
But she's mine.
Why do I care about that?
Well, I care. So you should probably care as well. You're just mean! And that's all I do.
I'm going to pull your guts out through your helmet.
Nothing.
Okay, Bithynia, it's your turn. Oh, I forgot to mention, Eudokia would have definitely dropped concentration on the fog cloud at this point. Bithynia, sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm gonna move around and Eldritch Blast him again, hopefully.
Okie dokie.
I tuck into this corner over here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that metal bar is above your guys' head, so you can absolutely, you got a clear line of sight to him.
Okay. Okie dokie. So I'm going to roll for my Eldritch Blast, because I don't know what else is coming up, so I don't want to waste my spell slots. And Service says... I rolled 11 total, so, you know, I get to roll once more.
Yes, you do. 11 misses, unfortunately. He's ready and he
Yeah.
just ducks just in time and poof, goes over his head.
However, I got a 20 on my second one, so it was a warm-up. It was a warm-up Eldritch Blast the first time.
A natural 20?
No, unfortunately, but it's still a 20.
Okay, it still hits. Go ahead and roll damage on that Eldritch Blast.
And let me do the math, because I'm adding +5.
Yes. Oh, so, yeah, +5 to the damage, yeah.
A 9.
Alright. Yeah, this time you definitely remove a patch of fur off his shoulder as you graze him badly.
Oh my gosh, wait, hold on, let me see here. Okay, I just needed to check something, and survey says I am good to end turn.
Okay. It is Scotty's turn. He's gonna see the kobold pour in.
Sorry,
just says-
also Bless is
Yeah?
gone. Sorry, because I took damage, I had to check. It's gone.
Okay, good to know. Scotty will look at the kobolds pouring in and say, "Finally, I can be of more use," and he will hop over the barrel deftly with his goat legs. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's gonna cast Blood Extraction in the middle of all of them. So it's like 20 feet, I believe. That is Blood Extractions. Yes. Within 20 feet of the orb, yeah. So you watch as he later, you haven't seen this too many times, but basically you see him again as he bleeds from his hand almost unnaturally, or as in he cuts his hand and blood pours forth into this sort of solid red orb, almost like a red marble. And he just held, and it like floats outwards, and then like a black hole, it starts draining the kobolds of their blood. So let me just double check the rules on blood extraction. At the end of each of your turns, so each of them makes a Constitution saving throw. I'm gonna just roll what the damage is first, because it might not matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The kobolds have 5 hit points, and he rolled even the lowest version of damage, like a 15. So even if that was halved, he instantly just drains all of the kobolds of all of their health. And just almost like Emotep, but on a mass scale, just, and they're left with like dry withered husks, and then he just absorbs he pulls the pulsating orb back, which lands in his hand and just seeps back into his flesh as he gains 1d6 temporary hit points for each creature, and there were 9 of them. Yeah, there were 9, so... 1, 2, 3... So 6, 8, 10... 13, 17, 21. He gains 21 temporary hit points. Cool. And that is Scotty's turn. And blood extraction is still up. He'll say to Amalia, Amalia, force him into the field! That's his turn. The Leonin is gonna see this all happen. He'll stow his bow, just stare directly at you, Helira, and shing, 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 like unsheath all 10 of his claws, and just take 3 claw slashing attacks against you. So the first one, 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Second one, 21 to hit. Sorry, 22.
Yeah, that hits.
And the third one is a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. You take... I rolled really well on these.
No, that doesn't look good. No.
38 points of slashing damage as he just absolutely blends you and just rakes the skin from your flesh with 3 massive claw swipes. And as a bonus action, he will just go... You've seen Amalia do this once or twice as well. Wisdom save from everybody, please.
Oh.
Dare dice, do not fail me.
Are you kidding me?
I said
I
not
rolled-
to fail me.
I rolled a 22.
So 22 succeeds. Amalia? You are frightened of him. Bithynia?
I got a 12.
You are frightened of him. Scotty succeeds. Calliope fails as frightened of him. Eudokia succeeds. Cool. That's his turn. Eudokia sees this happen to you, and she freaks out. She will just, basically, like, just almost step of the wind, just run forward. 5, 10. She's gonna 5, 10, 50, just parkours over the barrel. Acrobatics check. Yeah, she's fine. And gets to, the other side, and is going to try and shank him. She puts the bow away, draws her short sword, and just goes in for a just backstab, basically. So she gets a +2 because she's flanking. Yes, so she hits with a 22, I believe. She rolled a 13, so 13 plus... Yeah, she definitely hits. So she does 6 points of piercing damage with an additional 17, so 23 points of slashing damage. He didn't like that. He was like, she hit something utterly vital there, and he looks quite wounded. That'll be Eudokia's turn. Amalia, your turn. Yeah, you can move around easy enough. You basically hop over these tanks and just run up to him. Malia, if you're saying anything, I can't hear. Okay, good. Just double check.
Produce an echo on the other side of him.
Okay.
And we're gonna have a party.
Okay, so what does a party mean? Unleash Incarnation?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you make 3 attacks and mark off your second Unleash Incarnation.
Okay, first attack is 15.
15 misses, unfortunately. No, you're not flanking him, so never mind. 23 hits?
23. Yep.
Yep.
Want me to roll for damage or roll the last one?
Roll the last one.
And 18.
18 hits. Just about.
Okay. First damage is 10.
Okie dokie. Not looking too good. The first strike really, you just basically open his calf and he's like...
And the second damage is 11.
How do you want to do this? That was just enough to kill him.
No one attacks my friends and gets away with it, you fucking piece of shit. And then just continue slashing into him.
As you go to slash him, he just smiles and says, "Take what's yours. Dustcrawler, come." And just hold his neck out and just accepts his death. Alright. Combat appears to be over for the moment. As you slash him out of existence.
So, how's everybody doing?
Calliope turns, "How are you doing?"
Yeah, my question too.
I'm not great, but I just wanted to know if I needed to, heal somebody else.
No, Puddin, I think you should heal yourself. Can I search the corpse of the lion?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Sandwiches!
What's your
Can I
roll?
investigate it as well?
I'll let you and make a separate roll, yeah, Bithynia.
See if I can find more. Maybe, maybe not. Although sandwiches are tasty. With a 13.
So he really didn't have a whole lot on him. You find a couple darts in his pouch. The only thing that catches your eye is the bow he was using. It's, beautifully made. It's Scythian in design, so if you think of sort of like an ancient Greek bow that is the handle, and those sections that curve outwards and then double back on themselves. Almost like a scythe. The wood portions of it are just the finest, most polished black wood. And they're, like I said, they're decorated with, beautiful silver inlaid imagery of, make a religion check.
Both of us, or just,
I would really, yeah. Let's see if I can find anything out about this. 19.
You've seen these sorts of depictions before. The image is meant to portray an Erinyes, or a Fury, as they're more colloquially referred to. The shape of the bow, like I said, it has a sort of Scythian... Sorry, let me find the picture I was looking for the other day. Oh, that's really annoying. I can't see it. Sorry, 2 seconds. Nope, that's really annoying. I can't find it. There was a really lovely one. Nope, Kate, never mind. Sorry about that. So, yes, the bow itself has, like I said, Scythian design, so similar to one of these. Only compared to that one, the handle is straight as opposed to being, curved like that one is. You see the two, like, sort of almost little statuettes of a Fury or Ernius, form like a sort of knuckle guard on that portion of the bow, where they sort of, their feet meet. So they're sort of mirrored upside down, one facing one way and the other facing upside down. Their feet meet to form this sort of guard with their legs, and their bodies are sort of splayed outwards along the curve of the bow, with their wings almost all the way back, hugging the length of the bow.
Question.
Yep.
If we were to take the bow, could we then sell it to someone?
You would be allowed to, yes?
Yeah, can I take the bow?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, Amalia, you want to take the bow?
Uh-huh.
Calliope will pipe up and say, Amalia, do you know how to use that, though?
I'm not going to use it, I'm going to sell it.
Yeah, but maybe it does something.
Do I have a check that I
Do you
can
want
do
to
on
put it?
it?
You know that.
I'll let you make an Arcana check, Bithynia. It does have, you do see, sort of glyphs carved into it, sort of, inlaid with silver along the, length of the bow that isn't covered by the little statuettes. Also, I found...
Continue.
Sorry, I just found a better picture of what the shape of the bow looks like. But yeah, but like I said, with that sort of black, design to it, and the sections, it almost, the way the statuettes position themselves, it almost looks like a perfect curve, but there's that section that juts out, which is made of the wood, which is what you can grab onto.
I'm curious. It reminds me of something I might have cataloged back at university, but I can't be too sure. So I think that maybe, you know, with 26 on my roll, I'd like to know a little more.
What languages do you speak? What languages does everyone speak?
Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Loxodon, but I also have tongues.
You could cast tongues if you really wanted to, and you would probably be able to read.
I have Celestial, Common, and Sylvan.
It is none of those.
Dang.
You do recognize the language, though. You can't read it, Bithynia, but you do recognize the language. It is Abyssal. The language of the underworld, basically. And your best guess is it seems to be some form of curse. Not like a magical curse, like a verbal curse. Like sort of like a curse of damnation. With those, with that Arcana check, I'll say that you would be able to tell that this is magical.
Well, I think we should keep it. I mean, we can't really sell it to anyone out here anyhow, so I feel like maybe when we get back to town, we'll be able to either check it out to see what its real value is or sell it at that point if we need the money.
Holding it a moment, you also get the sense that you could attune to it. You feel like, you think about it for a moment, and like, so it is an attunable item. You can sense that about it.
Ugh.
Well, do you want me to hold on to it, or do any of our people with arrows and bows want to use it?
Eudokia says, I would not say no to it unless someone else feels like they particularly want it.
How about you? I'll give it to you now. You can use it, but as soon as we get back into town, I want to give it to Daxos.
Very well, I suppose. He may be able to discern the true nature of it.
She hands it over to Eudokia and nods.
I'll let you guys make the choice. Are you going to have her attuned to it, or are you just going to use it as is?
Well, hold on 1 minute. If she can sense a curse, does that mean if she uses it, she'll essentially be cursed herself?
To clarify, the curse is not in a magical curse. The writing seems to be like curse words, or like a like a verbal curse, like yeah.
Also, second question, because I follow Erebos, would I know essentially what that writing is?
You know, I'll say, now that Bethinia's pointed out as well, you do recognize it as abyssal. You've seen certain writings in places of worship you have visited. Some of the symbols look familiar to you, certainly. You can't read it, though.
Okay.
I say attune to it.
Why
not?
Alright, she... Very well, shall I do it now? Are we taking a moment?
How long does that take? Like, could the rest of us, in theory, take a nap?
It would take me about an hour, yes.
So that would be nap time.
You could take a nap.
I propose we bunker down again into the tavern, though.
This special place. Should we first check out the walls? Because I think we were looking for a recipe. Should we check the walls and stuff for the recipe?
Yes, we certainly can.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to can make an investigation check.
Investigation.
We check the barrels as well.
Oh, yeah, cool. Go ahead and make an investigation check, everybody. I will let you know what you find.
You know, 19.
Some of us are here for brains, another for bronze. In this situation, with a 7, I am definitely the brains.
Yeah.
Oh, you're definitely the brains.
I will not be investigating much. I'm sorry. My hands are soft.
So, you guys travel around... Oh, sorry, I forgot to get rid of that blood extraction. You guys travel around the space, and you can see that there was a little room as an offshoot to the side, which you guys can move around to if you have a look. That contained another boiler into it. The barrels all just contain more of the Lycophos liquor, seem to be ready for distribution. Traveling into this other room, though, you do see they had set up some sort of... The kobold had set up some barricade, or like some sort of shield, and had these long pikes that maybe 2 or 3 of them were holding together to try and jab at whoever would have come into the room with the tar. Let me just double check if there's anything else in my notes that is worth mentioning. Yeah, so between the 2 rooms, you don't really see anything else of interest.
Okay, I think it's nap time now. Let's go.
Alright, you guys travel back to the tavern and bunker down in, and you guys can take a short rest. Eudokia will attune to the bow, and at the end of it, her eyes sort of glow a silvery white for a moment before they fade down again. And she sort of, like, stares up into the ether, and then she smiles. She twiddles it around for a moment. This is going to be fun. So, she describes to you guys that this is, bow is, let me just double pull something up, sorry. This is known as a Bow of the Furies Scorn. It's imbued with the white-hot anger of an Eren, yes. Once on each of your turns, when you take the attack action, you can channel the sort of spiritual fury of the Eren, yes, into one of your attacks. When you do, you take a -5 penalty to the attack roll. But if it hits, the target takes an extra 2d6 psychic damage, and the next attack roll the target makes before the end of your next turn has disadvantage.
That sounds really cool, I gotta say.
I think it is perfect for me because I strike from the shadows, and even though it will help make up for how much harder it is would be to hit the shots. Very well. Shall we press on?
Onwards and upwards, I guess.
Cool. You guys travel back out into the room where you guys were. With the big, yeah, just to clarify for anyone who may be watching, there's sort of these big boilers, or these big sort of distillery tanks that are at the center of the pools of this liquid that seem to be funneling straight underground. You move about the space and you see two, traveling along the room slightly. At the end of each one, you see these two giant brass mechanical doors. Each one identical in nature. Oh. That's a good point, actually. Do we want to take a small break as part of the short rest? Yeah, I'll say let's do that. We'll take a short break as part of the short rest, and let's say meet back here at 10 o'clock on the dot. And then we'll reconvene and progress with the next part of it.
Okay.
All right.
Okey-dokey.
Thank you to people who may be watching. We'll be back very shortly. And yeah, cool. QQQ. Kirker beans. All right, so fast forward again. You guys are back in that space, and you see these two sets of 19B. Sorry, one second. So, sorry, further up. So if you travel further up into that sort of second distillery room to the right, sorry, to the left, you do see a large set of iron double doors standing before you. At the center of the rightmost door, a 6-inch deep and 4-inch wide grooves runs from the top door to its bottom. Within the groove are 8 sliding toggles, each set to the rightmost position. A W has been etched into the interior of the groove just above the topmost lever.
Can I investigate this?
Yes, you can. You, and just for the rest of it, there is a second set of iron doors on the other side as well. These ones have no, a mechanism of any kind on them. They seem to be just smooth.
Could I check for traps?
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Would you like me to do as well, or no?
You can if you like. Alright, Hilera, what'd you get?
11.
You're pretty confident it's not trapped.
I got a 15. Am I confident as well?
You're pretty confident it's not trapped. Whether that means anything is...
Okay, I checked. There are no traps. We're all good to go. Who wants to check out the one door first? Because I get myself into trouble. So I'm not going first this time.
Can I?
Do you want to do your sneaky?
Can I use perception in this situation? Just to make sure. Because I can't see anything. I don't know, because I can't see anything.
So yeah, you can move over there, and sorry, point of clarification, it's this door here that's complete. So the one that's right in front of you, Bithynia, that's the one that's completely smooth. The one with the grooves is the other one, with the groove with the six six levers is on the other side. I got them mixed up. I apologize.
No worries. And should I check this door before I touch it? Can I make sure I'm not gonna get like nothing's wrong? Do I see anything?
This one you don't see anything. You just see a smooth iron door. Well, as smooth as iron is.
Oh, well, should I carry on? Should I open it? Anyone following?
Do we want to touch the door? Are we sure? Should we knock first? That's polite. Or not? They are the bad guys, I think. Should we knock? Should we not? Is it locked?
I don't think we should knock. That would be weird.
Okay.
Eudokia will move up next to you, Bettina, and just says, I do not see a handle of any kind.
What about
Maybe they
push it or slide it?
do they have like an Eldritch Ring doorbell or something? Maybe they see us. They'll like come to the door.
Question.
You don't know. Yeah, Amalia?
Can we push or slide the door?
You can certainly try.
Okay, can I try?
Yep. You presses your hands, and as you push against the door, it doesn't budge.
Okay, what about if I slide it across?
You try to do the same thing, it also doesn't budge. I'm gonna move you over just so you're...
Eudokia, you're pretty good with locks and stuff. Could you, I don't know, like, do you know anything?
Let me have a look. She'll make an investigation check to try and ascertain. And with she rolled a 23. It doesn't look like it's built to open from this side.
This is gonna sound weird, but is there like a torch handle thing or anything like that?
Make an investigation check.
Not good with those.
Could I walk over to the other door and just check it out, see if it's locked?
12.
Wisely thought, Amalia, but no, you don't see any torch sconces, or anything like that. Hilira, you walk back the other way over to the other door. And sorry, yeah, so just to reiterate, it's a large set of iron double doors. So both of them are large sets of iron double doors, but this one in particular has a 6-inch deep and 4-inch wide groove running from the top of the door to its bottom. Within the groove are 8 sliding switches, each set to the rightmost position. And you see a small W etched into the interior of the groove just above the topmost lever.
Would I think the W meant anything or something?
I don't know, would you?
I don't know. Can I roll for it?
Make a history check.
Okay.
Oof. Can I do one as well?
Sure.
Natural 20, baby. For 20.
For a total... You have no idea what that W means.
Dang it.
Is it worth me rolling history? This is pretty good, but...
What'd you roll?
I didn't roll anything. I mean, I could, but if a 24 isn't going to tell us anything, would me rolling?
Probably not, yeah, no, this is not a... The roll was more for my amusement, I apologize, but yeah, no.
So I am curious if I can perception. I mean, we're interested in this, but can I roll on perception to see if I hear or know about anything on the other side?
Make a perception check.
Okay. So 14.
Don't really hear anything, unfortunately, at least nothing that sounds distinct. You hear a little bit more of a rush of water, so you get the sense that there's more of these glowing water on the other side, but that's about it.
Well, is this a puzzle? I mean, there's levers and there's a W that we don't understand, but is this a puzzle? like there's a set of levers, so maybe if the levers are moved into a certain position, maybe it'll unlock the door.
Yeah, but what position? Would we like move to the middle so it makes sort of a that's too little. We could try and make like an MW shape.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can we do that? Are we able to move the gears?
You are able to move the levers, yes.
I'm really bad at puzzles, guys.
Well, depending on the puzzle. If it is a puzzle, we don't even know if it's a puzzle. It's puzzling, that's for sure. There's also another door we could go through. Or we can figure this out, maybe.
We could try and fire at it and see what happens. Maybe we can break the door instead of opening it. Have we tried knocking? I'm going to try knocking on the door.
Pong, pong, pong. No response.
Hello? Hello? Bad guys? I don't think they're home.
Question, could I try axing the door down?
Make a strength check.
Just... $12.
Bang! You feel like a painful vibration as your hands as your axe is like vibrating way too hard and you have to drop it for a second.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Anybody else?
Eudokia says, I could try pick this mechanism.
Yes, that's a smart idea.
So she is
What
going
did
to
she
do
say?
that. Sleight of hand check. She pulls back just because she senses she's about to break her lockpicks. I'm good, but I'm not that good. This is heavy duty.
Okay, I suggest we forget about this door and then go find another door.
Okay,
I
maybe
agree.
it's the
Let's go.
emergency exit.
Maybe, or maybe it's only one way and you can only open it if you're on the other side.
I mean, have we tried to move the levers? Says Scotty.
I think that we should try that.
Okay.
And there are 4 in a row. Like, there's 4 of them? How many are there?
Sorry, there's 8. Like 1, 2, like they're descending, so in like a column kind of. 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they're all facing right.
Let's move them all to the left.
I'm gonna like back away a little bit and prepare like a healing spell just in case.
Okay, so who's doing the puzzle?
I am Bithynia.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm gonna move them all to the left.
Cool. So you grab the first one, dink, and as soon as you do that, I need you to make your dexterity saving throw.
20 total. So
You pull your hand out of the way. You hear a clink, like a distinct metallic click, and you freak and you pull your hand away as you see a guillotine-like blade slide across the door, where your wrist was a moment ago, and it sort
yikes
of
on bikes.
goes up into the door and sort of disappears again. It's sort of like a door here, and it's like a groove, and it's swings in front of the door.
This door is slicey and dicey.
Are you okay? Did you get hurt?
I am good for now. However, this door is more than a door, if that wasn't obvious.
Eudokia comes up to you and says, I could perhaps attempt to do it in your stead. I'm quite fast, so I could have a better chance of pulling my hand out of the way.
Yes. Please.
Very well. And you watch as the lever that you had pulled just automatically went back into the rightmost position.
So what was that? Say that once more.
So the lever that you had pulled, the first one that went right to left, has gone back to the right.
There there are 4 of us here, right?
There's 6 of you, technically.
4, 6. If it moves back on its own, could each of us put 2 over at the same time? 2 hands each. Like if I push 2 over.
Potentially, says Kotinos, but that's a lot of hazard if we get this wrong. Eudokia, try the second one. And Eudokia grabs the second one and clink. And she pulls her hand away instinctively. Nothing happens. The second one remains pulled to the right. Sorry, no, to the left. Sorry, the second one remains pulled to the left.
Okay, so maybe they only like even numbers. Because the first one was bad, the second one was good. So then the third one is bad, and the fourth one is good.
You want me to do the fourth one?
Yeah.
She gets ready. Clink, moves her hand away instinctively. Lever stays switched to the left.
Yay! We're almost there. We're doing great, team.
Okay, so now what?
So we have 2, 4, 6.
This one?
If it's the 6th one, yeah.
It is the sixth one, yeah.
Yeah.
Clink. Stays in place. And so
Okay.
she grabs the 8th one as well. Clink. And you hear lastly a grunk as the doors loosen, and you get the sense you can push them open.
Yay! We did it!
Calliope playfully flicks your shoulder, Helior, and says, "Not bad, Squirt."
Thanks. And I'll just skip through.
Right. Calliope draws her bow. She's actually gonna stow her bow and pull out her lyre, so she's got it ready. Eudokia draws her new bow and keeps it at the ready, and Skotinos pulls out his dagger. Right, says Calliope. Are we ready?
Never.
Cool. So can I get I guess marching order for how you guys are coming out of this doorway?
I'm probably I don't know who the first person was. I'm probably behind them because I'm skipping.
Okay, so we've got Amalia, and behind her, Heliera. Eudokia, I'm gonna say, is at the front with you, Amalia. Who's behind Eudokia? Scrutinos it is, and then we'll just say Calliope and, you guys happy with that marching order?
Yeah.
Okay, so the door is unlocked, and you guys open it and burst through, and you are greeted by a large pool of the same water that you see before, just swishes back and forth at the center of this massive 100-foot high ceiling chamber. The south side of the room is a smooth stone platform. 2 stone bridges cross the water at either side, connecting to a second larger rock platform that rises 15 feet out of the water. However, it's the figure standing at the center of the large platform that catches your eye. You see... One second, sorry. You see a humanoid figure, if you can call it that, but he's 10 feet tall, and freakishly long and elongated and lanky, almost like a spider or the Slender Man in his appearance. His skin is black and leathery like a bat, and he indeed has these sort of bat-like ears and a bat-like upturned nose. Where you might expect normal human teeth, he has just these rows of little sharp, jagged teeth, almost like a piranha or something like that. His eyes are this insipid gold, like pale golden yellow, and he has these enormous leathery black wings that frame his himself. Atop his head is these two elongated horns that form like this bony omega symbol, and they are just adorned with ostentatious gold filigree. And even he seems to have covered himself with these sort of gold bands and rings and sections. Standing next to him, you see this humanoid figure, except it's got this sort of aurora borealis coloration to it, and it shimmers and flickers like... almost like something out of Resident Evil in terms of like its flickering shape. It's got a smooth, featureless face and clutches an equally astral sword at its side. The leathery black figure like just opens its wings wide.
I must say, I'm thoroughly impressed at how far you've come.
Yeah, we knocked on your door. You didn't answer.
Pardon an old fool with a dream. I hoped the guillotine might remove someone's hands ahead of time.
Well, we are quite attached to them, so no.
Not to worry, little one, that can be rectified soon enough.
He has this sort of like gravelly cackle, like he just spent 15 years chain smoking nonstop.
Such a pretty face. I will mount it on my wall and admire it.
He just casually picks his teeth.
That said, I'm not without my generosity. Surrender now and pledge your undying service to me, and you will be spared.
But who are you and what do you do? Like, you know, if we pledge ourselves, we like want to know what we're pledging to, so please tell me.
You may call me. I'm known by many things. You may simply call me Thalgor.
And how do I spell that?
Thalgor.
Okay.
Amalia, are you there? Tell you what, while we're confirming that, just point of reference, this is what you guys see. And I'll send it in the chat as well for anyone who wants to look.
He's kind of cute. In a weird, if you close one eye and you look at a distant kind of way.
But yeah, So yeah, he's standing before you. Are you guys doing anything? Saying anything? Okay, so it's just an awkward silence?
I'm just curious if friends would work in this scenario. Because I would love to have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of my choice. Because I don't know yet about this thing off to the side. So this one's talking to us.
Yeah, the other one is
Thalgor.
sort of just Thalgor is talking to you guys. He's actually moved forward slightly. He's just standing there. The figure next to him is just standing there and just like it's like whole body is shimmering and vibrating. I'll say anyone who wants to can make I'm gonna say Arcana check.
Yeah. Yes, I would.
I'll let Hilira make a religion check and actually I'll say Hilira specifically can make a history check.
So I'm I
rolled a 9. I don't know
A
anything.
9?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately not. You get the sense this may be some sort of phantom, and this is what it looks like, but you're not sure beyond that.
Okay. I just think Thalgor is kind of cute. I'm kind of distracted.
I got an 18 on my Arcana.
With an 18, I'll say you've heard this phenomenon. You've heard this phenomenon described once or twice before. The way the shimmering and the sort of stars that are made up as part of this phantom are all very distinct. You know that you are looking at what is called an eidolon. Is that how it's pronounced?
Write that
Yeah.
in my journal. Eidolon.
An eidolon, you would know, is... So, you know of the return, as in those who have crawled out of the underworld and who are forced to wear a golden mask for they don't have a face anymore. Part of what the legends say is that an eidolon, a returned, which is what they are called, must cast aside their entire identity, their memories, everything that made them them, in order to escape the underworld, for it's the only way they could be undetected by the long lash of Erebus. An eidolon is what gets left behind. They're basically the discarded personality of someone who crawled out of the underworld, who sometimes find themselves on the material plane as well. Yeah, so when a mortal soul traumatically sacrifices its identity in order to escape the underworld as a return, its identity manifests as a spirit-like eidolon. While eidolons possess many of the skills and details related to their past lives, they disconnected from those experiences, choosing to wander the world, is what a textbook you recall reading mentions.
Can I see this? Can I see his like body language to predict something? Like, I'm curious if I have any more insight on his intention.
The eidolon or Thalgor?
Thalgor. Both of them, either of them, because
I'll say make an insight check.
okay. Because I'm cautiously optimistic that maybe they do not have bad intentions. However, 22 on insight total.
So Thalgor looks cocksure of himself. He stands with very regal bearing and proud, but his wings are visibly tense, like he's ready for a fight at any moment. So you get the sense that he's hasn't ruled out an amicable resolution, but is prepared at any moment's notice to fight.
Okay. And
The eidolon is just it's unreadable. They're just standing there and just They're a shimmering mass that vaguely resembles a humanoid. I will say at this point, actually, Couplet will paw at you and hiss at you. Bithynia.
Okay, I would like to, he's in range of me because he's within 30 feet at this point. I'd like to do True Strike, please, because I'd like to know what their defenses are.
True Strike does that?
It says, point a finger at target in range. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target.
That's the flavor of this. Sorry, that's the flavor of the spell only. It doesn't literally tell you any additional information. It just give you advantage on an attack before you start of your next turn.
I will take it.
All right, so you trace out the air, cast the glyph. He sort of stares down. Let me just double check something. Sorry, 2 seconds. Yeah, cool. So this sort of blue runes surround him. And he smiles.
What do you mean to do, child?
He grins an impossibly wide grin.
Do you even know who I am?
Yes, looking back in her journal. It says here your name is Falgor.
You are cute.
Oh, thanks.
But that will not save you from stupid decisions. But I am a generous god. Pledge your allegiance forevermore, and you will be spared.
Yeah, I get that, sir. Sorry, but what do you want? Like, is it like 3 months, 6 months? Like, what are we signing up for? Because I've done a gym membership once, and I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, what's a membership fee, dude?
Eternity. Venture out. Spread more of my cursed liquor. Soon all of Theros will be brought to my knees.
You know, this whole thing about being on the knees was never really my thing. So,
yeah. Also, I don't really drink, so would it really make sense if I was spreading cursed liquor? Like, who would believe me that it was really good? Yeah.
He grins a impossibly wide grin with an evil look and says,
The child of nobility. They would be clamoring for your approval and do whatever you say.
I am quite charming. That's true. Well, we will have to discuss this with the entire party. So can you give us a minute?
he chuckles.
By all means.
Can I huddle everybody up we're pre-game and we're huddling together so he can't hear us?
Sure.
With Amelia's back to him because I do not want this eye contact.
He's really more amused by the situation than anything else. Calliope just pulls in close and just says, "What is he?"
I don't
He's from the abyss. TLDR, he's from the abyss and
the
he
underworld.
wants us all. Yeah. He's a Eidolon, if you want to get technical, but
Isn't that the shimmering one? I've heard about those.
Yeah, that's the other one.
I'll say it's going to be a high as hell DC, but I will let you make a history check, Bithynia.
Okay. Survey says, do I remember things from being at the university? I've been gone how many days? My brain's a little weak. However, 14.
You know he's some sort of fiendish creature.
I know about this.
That's about it. You're a little less familiar with the specifics.
Okay. I just want to blast this guy down. However, I am curious if we can get over there because Amalia, I can nuke at this range and I can also teleport, but you're kind of the front line and I don't know about this liquid that's dropping us off. I don't have a way of getting you over there. I don't know if they'll come over here.
I can help. I can dimension door somebody with me and I can dimension door there. And then, but I'm kind of still a little bit hurt. So maybe I can drop someone off and then go back?
Can I safely assume you will not be accepting my generous offer then?
1 second, sir. We're still in the middle of this conversation. Thanks.
Impetuous brat.
Thanks.
Very well. Then serve as my next feast.
And he waves his hand, and you guys watch as, so just for reference, Couplet's been pawing at you and hissing this whole time. And all of a sudden, the two additional ghosts that she could see but you could not, fade into being. Just, these ones look more like just natural spirits. Just humanoid in form, you can see features, they look like humanoids, but they're translucent and floating, and they have like skull-like visages as part of their... And they move to attack. And Thalgor opens his wings.
Prepare to die.
And I'm gonna say that's where we'll end tonight's session, because this is probably gonna be a fairly big boss fight. And it would be like 1 a.m. and I would feel better. I wouldn't feel right depriving Scotty of this boss fight.
Dang, that was intense. That was fun.
So, thank you so much to anyone who might have tuned in. We do so appreciate all of your patronages, and if you're seeing us on YouTube, also hi to you guys. We do so appreciate you as well. Y'all have a good evening. We are DC30. Until next time.